Ken before say me break game ne down no. Mami ndi kan ensha CC. DSC na no Saturday no. Decisions ahodo a ekọ so on the field of play. Me jitu mu say Ken senya Barcelona na win ya. And the Kotia Real Madrid anka by this time Madrid for nebe kasa bebre. Me masem no eyefe me Madrid ni ba no kre. Decisions ahodo a Kotia Barcelona no. Senya Barcelona na je trophy a omon person beka ho asema. Decisions, key decisions bebre ho Kotia Barcelona sanke to Real Madrid anka Madrid supporters referee ni nyaso. Minima de Crontias decisions bi ho a man kwa nkwoche VR ne so unprompted the center referee Kasepano Danny Ceballos ne Pau Kubasi issue no. To me want to say na nka wose VR for no prompted the center referee no mutimi sa a review of it na uko VR room ade na only the VR room no na ye referee Paulo Gonzalez because clearly Danny Ceballos pulling the set of Pau Kubasi, which I believe Nanka was a VR for no prompted a Kotia Barcelona. Even Ferran Torres ni Rudy Gardiano. I believe Nanka was almost actually by the CC in and Casepano, Danny Ceballos ne Pau Kubasi dieno. And Karema did no Kotio manka by this time. And commanded for ne Casa. By Barcelona winning yeno. And now we win your trophy no my ding. By we Kotia Madrid for and commanded for Becasa. Anayanka referee by Madrid for enjoy sadie we referee no ahase no o favor Real Madrid for Kim this season Barcelona and Real Madrid they share 3 times was send 4-0 bako was send 5-2 bako and was send 3-2 bako so 3 games are Hansi Flick Asia Carlo Ancelotti Barca share Real Madrid no 12-4 Barca asha 12 goals Madrid asha 4 in 3 games Real Madrid are losing against Barcelona. Clearly, this season, Barcelona under Hansi Flick and master the art of dominating Real Madrid. 3 games are Real Madrid and Barcelona about this season. Barcelona enjoy the best side. Barcelona enjoy results. Papa no. The trophies me no Real Madrid this season. And it's a what check this season between Real Madrid and Barcelona. It's clearly how Hansi Flick and master the art of dominating Real Madrid. And now no Saturday, almost I the same thing. Clearly, now we share game Nankasa the first 45 minutes. Now Real Madrid for plan was to contain Barcelona. The first half, Real Madrid for decided say, "Omon pese omube biye game bebre." By yanka ya tonchom, yen defending in numbers behind the ball. Yen making sure say Barcelona ain't me nyasa clear chances no. Until the first half of Real Madrid was containment. Ye containing Barcelona, ni a hit you on the break. So the first 45 minutes, so what's a key Barcelona for a quite almost so attack here. Anytime be a Barcelona the first 45 minutes on attack biano. A Brantiana your friend about a Kundi and will pretty as a conservative or coca the 2 center backs no. Now pretty as a conservative defender. So Barcelona initiate attack a Kundi ni pretty as conservative. Rafinha na Obo as a left winger. Mostly you shake game nasi in the first 45 minutes or move by inside as inside forward left. Now Rafinha move here by inside. Now Ferran Torres now only do lines as the number 9 no or no never drop deep kakra. So the Barcelona clear example of how one attack you know. You shake game nasi na a clear will be a team Barcelona. Kwa first attack. But Real Madrid decided say on person who continue Barcelona no. Barcelona attack biana Real Madrid decided say omo best stop you omo be close you on the right side. Because Barcelona who they not before him say ebe feel Lami Yama honaba so yen close baby Lami Yama wono the right side. That was the reason why Omoma Danny Ceballos mostly no you close to the left back of Real Madrid just to close Barcelona a right side of attack. And Danny Ceballos 10 years also coca the left back ye shasi na ye fellow mandi e cheno free mu ana franga asia by. So Danny Ceballos was the defensive cover for Real Madrid on the left side just to stop Barcelona the right side the baby on befa so attack you know. And now I'm saying Rafinha operating as inside forward no mostly Vasquez na Obo as a right back no Rafinha movie as inside forward player and what's Vasquez no e follow Rafinha. And it's a watch anytime you have Rafinha be moving inside no Vasquez also moving inside. Rodrigo now operating as the right winger and moving inside. Pachwa me picture ni dinkomo. Also moving inside. for Real Madrid to get the numbers out of the central midfield area. So the first 45 minutes, Madrid defended Biana, Unya Dani Ceballos, Tchouameni, Vasquez out of the midfield, Rodrigo out of the midfield, Valverde, Jude Bellingham. About 5 players out of the central midfield of Real Madrid, just to close down Barcelona centrally. By King, make my catch or say, Nano Saturday, Barcelona FA Baudi. Because Madrid for a movie inside Biana, and there a lot of space at the Gerard Martin on the left side. Gerard Martin, attacking threats and to say Baudi. And to Ojibo no space be bring opportunity be Biana Kawa say omo hunting Real Madrid on the left side. Benam said Gerard Martin, attacking threats and to say Baudi no, or the ball you couldn't na opposite threat kesiye. By now Baudi will game winner and first half of Real Madrid because how a Real Madrid for Gerard Martin a lot of spaces or meant to me and cause a problem. By the first 45 minutes, Real Madrid for game plan no Emma Barcelona control game no because omi behind the ball, omo numbers behind the ball, omo to me be because omo contain Real Madrid and Barcelona for control dictating the pace of the game. I can hold in the first 45 minutes. Barca any decent chances be and was say omo timishe by omo timia omo go. No more deserves are going in the first 45 minutes. Go now, Barcelona say, you know. Real Madrid phone taking on. No matter they crack initiate attack. No ball no judo. And a branch of fence Pau Kubasi intercepted Sabono. Because that time Real Madrid phone a attacking move. Before Barcelona be show move first goal no. Pau Kubasi intercepted Bono. Jude Bellingham boy. Because not Jude located Vinicius Junior. Pau Kubasi intercepted Yana Boni Bedi Pedri ho. Pedri G born the first thing a Pedri and say opejanity. And no share a branch of friends Lami Yama. Satam na Lami Yama. Enya space ahead of Frank Garcia. And to Pedri who Sadiana no say Lami Yama take you off. Now we lead Frank Garcia dia. Then my man was sa diagonal pass. And Franco Lami Yama. And a Pedri mas pass in the Koma Lami Yama. By mistake a Real Madrid for ye. Mam the next picture. At the time Lami Yama Jebo no do a penalty box no. Every single Real Madrid player focus was on Lamine Yamal. And medical church almost say football no pitch you divided into 18 zones. 18 zones are divided pitch no. The most dangerous zone and zone 14. And when Lamine Yamal they pass the two zone 14 oh. So Real Madrid four players now focusing now on Lamine Yamal so. And Lamine Yamal yes smart. And who say zone 14 what the ho. Pedri era ne. And Lamine Yamal the ball no 2 zone 14. And so we do zone 14 again. Technique woman you say Yenya name Sabon beto zone 14 baby up Lamine Yamal de born to my Pedri no unya nema born ebe fasoro ana Pedri go ni name onya that soft leg and on placing born the born ko say so clearly the first half was for Barcelona and no more deserves a win no but in the second half that was acceptance of risks. Carlo Ancelotti Real Madrid for accept say first half ankoyi a final game ye da form e kabako and say baby during second half nyembiem near Barcelona fombo. So the substitution one was put on for Real Madrid. Mbappe bem, Modric bem, Adagule. It was an acceptance of risk. And almost as yes so mubim. Madrid for a pressing with intensity in the second half. And to say what check second half, Real Madrid for pressing na intensity no was so. Na almost pressing very well. Na aggression level of Real Madrid in the second half, na a very good, almost open up, attack ye, na a very direct and quick with attack. So second half, you have a lot of improvement from Real Madrid. Barcelona controllers. Na Frankie de Jong any Pedri. But now the intensity of Real Madrid for press no. Now for the Pedri ni Frankie de Jong in control game no. Because Real Madrid for intensity no etimi apija. Enti when ma Real Madrid for take advantage omo 2 goals omo say ni na no take advantage from the set pieces. By Hansi Flick, smart omo say the intensity of Real Madrid na pija. Pedri no ye controller omo so. Frankie de Jong na fi de omo so. And to prepare friends Hansi Flick the intensity of Madrid. Then omo say and you was or the Eric Garcia or the Gabi Beba. Sa players no aggression was through physicality was through. I don't try so they be continue mo. I know much as yes for the say bim. But unfortunately for Real Madrid at the time omunya momentum omu taking lead no and a miscommunication eba Barcelona taking advantage. There was a miscommunication between Rudiger, then Courtois, Ferran Torres, Ebetika 2-2. Another miscommunication between Modric and Brahim Diaz. Then Koundé Ebeshe. To be honest with you, it was a gamer. Many Real Madrid for second half. No second first 45 minutes. Madrid ambo shot on target. Or just one shot. By now off target. But in the second half, Madrid benya 12 attempt to score. almost 7 na on target and only 2 goals. So Real Madrid for second half no improve here by no o compare two teams in Nana. Barcelona deserve omo Copa del Rey title no. Omo ye better than Real Madrid this season, and every good team be Barcelona enjoy this season be no. Barca deserve adia Hansi Flick ediama Barca as compared to previous season no. At the time ekoye 2-1 no. Ekoye Barcelona be 2 seasons and koma bembuye. By Hansi Flick impacted sa winning mentality, sa toughness no, mental toughness no. Ewo Barcelona bobuku no. So say omo treble no, 1 down. 2 more to go. Baby, I can't call it because Inter Milan no kids say enko ye o.
Die new to this year na.
Baby, man me nyini say we don't check. But Inter for no ball no more ball. Say the last 4 games wolu ontimi win you. Ana Barcelona so enya sa vim no. Wa say Real Madrid no. Wa say enya sa extra motivation to face Inter Milan and Barcelona league ni there. Maka say league ni there you almost done. So say Barcelona on Wednesday. It me say Inter Milan in the first leg in the not to say Barcelona baby I keka kone die treble ni benya aba ma me Liverpool for so aba so almost say season as very well later na Liverpool drop here but now Liverpool under slot about this season no? At least almost deserve a major title and some major title no maje the 20th Premier League title and I say league title Manchester for the Premier League in the but you know maje 20 league title and in terms of majors Champions League will be as an English team bia and a league you know okay be in it first division Premier League you know we say what watch Manchester United so Liverpool and that slot omu deserve and my member mabaso
well I know kwamejela Anderson mami yanko screen so na me so quick one edia na hu ye wo classic no ma pese ho
okay it's ken me da say na me sanfa etiefo ensanso emba base screens no so now let's have a conversation. Kwame, start here with the game in analysis and then also with the key moments see what game in one that needs a lot of discussions. I mean, person, we don't want some so at the pro. Inti, now want some here about discussing. It's a key discussions, very important that we do. Now, it's about joining our television, also Lawson TV, Afi, Facebook. Now, also what joining Afi and Kumopia will be an yabo. It's a yamo come now. Yes, game no see. Now, me start say game no analysis on the 26th minute and the 27th minute at the see what game anymore. Now, you my next one I mean sure. Now Saturday when we're analyzing the game, one of those things we're analyzing is like if you do remember, now you discuss say why and a bit take key moments no. The word we were using was key moments. Okay. Good. Na picture way a trendy pa me pa chop obekulu so de kakra dia mamia picture way a trendy pa wo social media na me be use this picture and that describing the game to you so that you have a perfect understanding of how the game went. 26 minutes and a picture we see by the next one. Now interestingly game on before the goal ye bo Pedri abaso ye bo Lami Yamal abaso. But the main guy, the key man around the game was Paul Kubasi. And let me show you why. And why picture no a trendy here for a good reason. Now, Ken, on your television, also I know about a discussion. Madrid and any chance. Jude Bellingham or what true pass at the amount Vinicius Junior. Say true pass no qua 1 year. 27 minutes. Madrid 1, Barcelona 0. Say true pass the nyakwa a deadly. Now true pass no. This is Paul Kubasi. And I want anticipating said Jude Bellingham is passing the ball to Vinicius Junior. Pass no quiet. The pass was good. Pass no quiet. And Paul Kubasi a sliding here edge ball. This is the pass. Jude Bellingham when he said ball one pass here. Paul Kubasi the intercepted pass. For next one. It's pass now corner. And the Jude Bellingham at the end of the one. And not really say good it is a wow. Now maybe I can't say me any actual. Shadia personal, yet Jude Bellingham and it is a wow and they say, Paul Kubasi and Yan General and say, yeah, making an intercepted personal. It's if you watch Paul Kubasi very well, Paul Kubasi is jubilating because we intercepted personal. Meanwhile, there's also Jude Bellingham on his unity, the wolf said personal, ain't me uncle. Now, maybe I can't say the actual. But now I be Pedri. This is where I want to fault Jude Bellingham. Shadi. Bonnie Betty Pedri one. Oh, can't wait, mamma. Bonnie Betty Pedri one. Anna, Danny Omo, air catcher said, slow the ball down. Slow the ball down. Ya would check. And more ball go baby. It's all catcher said, slow the ball down. And one go ball go baby. Now, Jude Bellingham was supposed to press Pedri. Or pressing Pedri. Pedri to him was a long ball, not all ball. My next one. Jude Bellingham still in one. Nisa Guniti. I know one was a pass na ankle. Patron next one. So he is refusing to press him. Remember what in the video yes, still. After the Pedri, when we say Lami Yamal, move ball, no possible on the Yamal Lami Yamal. Still, Pedri is not pressing Pedri. Sorry, Jude Bellingham is not pressing Pedri. What's the common answer? Bono, ya passe ball da. Pau Kuba say intercept here, Pau Kuba score. I didn't hear. Still, Jude Bellingham, you know what? Nisa Guniti, Ayana Wawa, refusing to press Pedri. And a Pedri call long. Okay, I mean, some cast, man, if you say, go me blame Jude Bellingham, next one. 80, born and query, Pedri, a passing ball, and Emanoko. This is Pedri. Look at the eye. How the ball, the Malamiyama, because Fran Garcia already knew a taking off, and Conoso so quiet counter. 80, Pedri, man, pass, no? Next one. Shadia, Jude Bellingham, this, I want to blame him. Next one. Pedri, man, pass in the way, you know, and a Pedri, all sprinting. This is Pedri, Doko Shego. This is Jude Bellingham. This is Rodrigo Goes. 2 plays. Almost ahead of Pedri. Almost Nancy. Walking. And brother Pedri, we're passing ball in you. Or sprint here, I compare space above ball. Jude Bellingham is walking. Rodrigo Goes is walking. Meanwhile, first, the partners said Pedri, no. Or Jude said Jude Bellingham got pressing way fee of the ball attitude. And I'm going by next one. And I'm going by. These are some of the instances that you can't. Second point, this man, the bogus Refino. Before the game, we had analysis about the game. Near Casa Madrid for were complaining. Akwani besu or televisions. You say okay, we besu dia obaba ya de pa. Saturday, I kept on telling you say ayanima you know. Either say sooner or besu ye no. Oba be di ball no e dey favor Madrid na ka say oh, mente sa. Or Babe di ball ni di etia Madrid. Whichever ways Madrid for advantage because otia onwa or because say a kind or di mo onwa to the advantage. So it was a psychological plan. I think say it worked for Madrid. Say yes sir. Let's watch few controversial incidents to see what game them. Yam go first one. This is a penalty claim Madrid Barcelona for no hope. Fede Valverde. Ken and you must say clearly, Fede Valverde or theater, and I say or top form. It's an insana AC form one born every ball. Barcelona say way a penalty. Referee say a penalty. Honestly, me hardly will I give this because turn out of form insana and in a resting position. That is my opinion. That is my opinion. But wait, referee Angie, another controversial incident. Next one. Controversies Baku is here. Baku Susuni. Corner kick. This could have been 2-0 because your ball corner kick in a far post and a ball in the air. Pau Kubas Nikoto Jana said the naked cracker ball na you go. And now Danny Sibayos watch it. This is a brand up Pau Kubas order from Cranston or so more orching. Wait, a clear penalty. So referee I will pardon him. Now Van swear. You find the referee we na va musu swear. Let us enquire pressure not almost no person may be the Madrid. But what me come and see? Wait, nay, clear penalty. Another controversial incident, maybe more series of controversial incidents is here. My next one. This was early in the game. And Lucas Vasquez, he said, on the fear of God, Eto Hafinyemu. Clearly, wait, va, because I saw Oshebetra and 9 baby is no. Say Orlando the yank with Prano. Va one check it. Next one, another controversial incident about Kususie. This is Aurelien Tchouameni going very hard on Dani Olmo, and I have a conversation about this because wait, as a Madrid system, maybe the church Tchouameni and Dani Olmo come wait, and attack very hard. Wait yet, a bit killing it, boy the ankle. I'm going to be more for several weeks or months. Refi, no lie, one Yeah, call the next one. These are incidences that clearly never seen game no. Way and a year controversial penalty. My game one means yes, why the referee decided not to give. Clearly, Ferran Torres all control the ball no. Then I left no. Or the deny ye and Antonio Rudiger added the 9 a ball. The 90 ball. That was a clear penalty. Way referee Angia. I'm also asking several for no so swear. It is series of example. Now next one. In your brain, a sissy ya. Now you say, sir, we are very fair. Clearly, you know, sir, wait na a penalty. Now, this is why Madrid for the bufu ye pa adiwe. In your yake cancer in favor of Barcelona. Now was some Jema Basa Yangi no. Madrid for bufu pa almost refini town or the body tia away. Now incidents way AC ye have a pong game. And na Kylian Mbappe alpha ball omo pe penalty and Mbappe ninsa and a call ball Eric Garcia enim and a Garcia top form and the referee say foul and Madrid for what yeah go show goal na ninsa na mo no according to Madrid for say ninsa na and na ma Antonio Rudiger bufu ya or 2 eyes at the bar park no so no and na ma Vinicius Junior bufu enti say busan for that time the pressure want to appear masoa. This was the incident. When they see ya, a flame Madrid for no pa. Mama, the boy had not tension into my grandma so. It's an insanable. But referee was how was the correct call when they did before the bar. But let me analyze the game very much. 2 minutes with the castle. Yen on Saturday. If you ask when the analysis around the game was that Madrid before 4-4-2. Ken. Timing and time out. There be a analysis and me catch up say. One of the strengths of Barcelona team na say MPP some more bobola se striker ni jina wa Danioma oye number 10 Debiano or bench striker no. In this case Ferran Torres. Danioma is close to Ferran Torres. Rafinha oye left winger Debia also so be kan na oye very close into one central area na striker ni jina no. There is Lewandowski, sorry, in this case, Ferran Torres, then is Dani Olmo, there is Rafinha. I'm here saying, Miensa. Now, Pedri, I can't know my 4. It's the Barcelona overload this central area. Wouldn't be a see here. For the very first time in Madrid's game, we will say Madrid echo 4-1-4-1. Or when it's Chouamini, no, you can say the German said, they be an unfollow Dani Olmo. If you watch this very well, his job was to follow Dani Olmo because Dani Olmo had him. It's only Dani Olmo. And nothing in the first half, Jude Bellingham was deep inside the midfield because I have 4-1-4-1. It's Dani Olmo. Jumane said they be at most who can't defend this. So send a bear. Barcelona double up. I won't feel if you are also subenya numbers. But the reality was that any time Bianwa Dani Olmo be ball and also be pushing us. I want to try me the coach 19. Now Barcelona for your space not open. In the first half, clearly it did not work. Second half, I love the substitutions, sir. Not Carlo Ancelotti here. And it brought me back to the argument you made. He said, Madrid so place. And then they be a modern defense for money attack. Because in the second half, all the substitutions at Madrid here, it was attacking substitutions. Look, Modric, now almost as a way you fullback Freeman. Not the defender, not made for that question fullback. No, they made for the higher attacking Abim. So Madrid started becoming Madrid. Said, okay, yeah, so you give me that one. Anytime a Madrid for be a game with one, I'm going to be they go there. But anytime, time will be no more discussions here. But we are Madrid for attention is how do we stop Barcelona? Yes, it is good, but the other aspects Madrid are not looking at. They say, okay, how do we also attack them?
And when so try some attack you, no. Me was about to play the first time basketball without controller, coaching Pedri Frimo. Frankie Dion. When game ye 2-2. Now what expect sir? Set match basketball game ye 2-2. Ye Pedri, ye Frankie Dion because no one to me him.
They were tied.
Then family person na some by juma. And I think Eric Garcia by way there.
And at 2-1. A year 2-1. Barcelona had given up because that time there was no way Barca go until Lamine Yamal, and I love that brilliance of far ball. And it was Antonio Rudiger and got to the still 9 or the ball to the chair. Ferran Torres meeting Abefa Bobakin at that stage. I think say the major blame I would want to put it on Thibaut Courtois.
Okay.
Courtois is the main guy, but that goal.
I don't know. Maybe na brother meaning komo kakra. Yenim komo kakra. Obeko na obeko Anfield.
My main shot is free Anfield.
So and I'm almost come Tommy abaso mami why? Score Tommy. Me for this young boba ye kabalondoi. Ma Tommy so momo no di why? Do be a no be no yi.
But I just see anko.
As an born in any faintia. A direct player, Ma Tommy.
Oh yes.
United for few players.
Can my main shot here from Anfield. To be honest, between Manchester United and Liverpool, there's always been a debate. Say, why not the biggest or the greatest English club? And the Manchester United are. Okay, cut trophy so much boom. Now okay, Liverpool the any boom. Still now Manchester United supporters, even though Liverpool the any better also. But United supporters no. Now the omudi generation say when it comes to the Premier League, there is no way they are going to admit that Liverpool is a bigger club or a better club when it comes to a dominant and also what trophies in England. But as we speak, Liverpool says did the same number of trophies as Manchester United when it comes to the English Premier League. Liverpool were 20, Manchester United were 20, and I am sure that now the debate is settled. Okay, Liverpool trophies now are in our bomwa. 48. Oka Manchester United ye ni bomwa 45. Enti ne me gini sa Manchester United supporter bia be giatum se si ade team a oso penkuru ade it is for Liverpool and abaso body ni nyina no me dey ma coach a friend say Anslot ken so Manchester United na wo Arsenal na wo yembe hye wo ama Liverpool time ana Anslot eba no. I am saying this because in England recently, coaches are not watching with teams the teams had problems managerially. Sir Alex Ferguson years was spending with Manchester United. But Manchester United in team a coach are replacing the better. Baby Ababa Befem, David Moyes buy, Jose Mourinho buy, a host of other coaches Rafran Nekamo, Nina Baba Befem, Amorim Ba, or Yane dear, but it is even getting worse for Manchester United. And on in concordant chain. Arsene Wenger free Arsenal Bobo no. It took them so many years. Unai Emery nominate a host of other coaches and no more European experience. Now more the money was soon in Abba Befemu. Still, na near man conquine. Copim some nya an inexperienced Mikel Arteta. And I'm the team in the mano. Omunya GDA mano. And I building the Arsenal team about do the leveler and the young Arsenal. It is now has years now coaches in spending year. Meditum Sajajan Klopp years now best spending with Liverpool near 9. And do Arteta there were Arsenal. And do Alex Ferguson there were Manchester United. But at least it was close. And to the sake of a longevity in Kwa, one of these two managers after they left their clubs, no one who teams in the study and Yemasi Koma or more. Now Yembeshi show. Ediama Liverpool Bobokono. Then Anslot steps in. He decided that he's not going to fix anything in Liverpool where there is nothing broken. The kind of quality not judging club build the area to them. Players are now at the the kind of football are not all ball and so the Liverpool Bobokono. Oh my message idea a project there that Hormonana or Baba Betwaso. Now the Obeyan say that's man management over here to manage the players, to manage games for a Liverpool Bobokono and no de Baba Bekahu, no de Baba Sakaniama, no so. Edia twaso de ama Liverpool ye be season na se no se na o boko ti so metimi age the Premier League na manfo bo di emmo Anslot di infa nka ho dabi omo bebo Pep Guardiola din omo bebo Arsenal any Mikel Arteta din because for the past 3 seasons they be America including this season team any coach omo ya consistent for Premier League nimpa no I am going to go for Arsenal what this second no edia twaso miensa consistently. It's only doing an ayebo because Liverpool team needed that ho. But the technical hands there was a change. It's an independent GDA say Anslot bet me about the league this season. But as we speak, we defy all these odds. Aye Juma slowly underground. Edi nyade na ohwehwe. Edi ama Liverpool bobokono. Se si aye ka say he's become part of the managers almost first season on Premier League.
The Dutch be our Premier League.
There is no Dutch manager our Premier League that. Anslot in the first.
It's in the first season.
In the first season.
Into a Belgian league, Arteta.
I Wabedi Liga Jateta. In the first season. Waboma other players and just want to make these records. Obi to say Soboslai is the first Hungarian on the English Premier League.
Okay.
And all these things are done by Anslot and Liverpool Bobo Kono. It's the and the way they did that, Mohamed Salah also got a goal. See 185 goals. He has become the best foreign import
for
Premier League. Yes. With 4 matches to go. And other players into somebody mono aswani. Until for Anslot, I think he has done very well.
Anslot to grab a Maresca Ukrumo.
Enzo Maresca. Aye.
Okay.
Obertono.
Ono the source why had the power Chelsea.
Pay be an pay the Chelsea for any account.
No see Champions League team qualify. Until on why the
qualify. It's Anslot has done very well for Liverpool. Mebona Basso on Real Madrid. Carlo Ancelotti this season. Adia ba kwa meme hu say Carlo Ancelotti adane sa portrait farmer na de bia wo su se ne nkokɔ ne ntimi nyini but ne nkokɔ ne ntimi nyini no yatu nkosua na no wasafa no wachiare ono a nkokɔ na to no obe hache ama nkokɔ na baba be doso no ontwe ma nkokɔ ne mubo nkosua no ma nyini aba be ka de wo ho no ho obe fa no wachiare owia no baba be su se ne nkokɔ ne ntimi no so portrait farm ne kwa na ye kofom. I am saying this because the intent of the coach Abra over match him was perfect. Ora Barcelona midfielders this season. Any ball now Barcelona airborne now. Uja mo want to take central control asemato. Because they have players are omni ball mfinfin ho. Carlo Ancelotti decided so no so be mena. Mechanically omo good. Into ubenya Jude. Ubenya Valverde. Onya Chouameni. All these players emodi mo mfinfin honom in terms of tackling and everything perfect. Now they kwa beat midfielders na Barcelona wanna said the beya omunya that central midfield control na Emma me Real Madrid ono aye sa plan ni wie selection ni wie no and ono anso so e decided to better say the play of Real Madrid ne midfielders na okita no omo players o metimi control mfinfin na possibly on the boss na call ni mu no ama BBS no afei Real Madrid start game no omo fa ball no wa chire wono ma no ma ball long balls dey twetwa attackers because Vinicius was speed. Eti omo na ye hwehwe omo Rodrigo with speed omo na omo hwehwe omo na for midfielders na omo ba mu so omo ma adwuma wo mfimfi no wa render those midfielders useless. That is number 1. Number 2, ora picture na da so TV na so na Carlo Ancelotti na me nim no and the ball Real Madrid from the 82nd minute Madrid lead 2-1. There is no way to be committing more bodies awo animu ho than a chire ho. But picture na that screen so clearly is a typical example. 82nd minute, Real Madrid leading 2-1. What the number of players that Barcelona have? It was like say Real Madrid imposed that form and we could pick. But at this instance, now was a Sabre Carlo Ancelotti chance. He said, "Oh, defended because 2-1 lead." Sabre no. Unko pressure or Barcelona goal post in Imbium. Into the typical Carlo Ancelotti, I mean, no. Any ball or body Real Madrid no. This time on one that she share project beautifully at the start. And on one kasa you game you know or sans to drill project na asa egu ye
nkoko no to na wa na de
no no achikusuanare owia no completely sell the poultry farm nkoko ni ntimi no so
na ba na koko adagula de eyo ana onyini ana ono so still onyi na Hendrick why
Abrante ne be kire say
obi o go
one more minutes adagule ade o be kire ya no
omunya ne kwa no mondana
for Lamine Yamal there Ken honestly speaking he keeps giving that impression say he's a genius to be honest. Those 2 assists now on my especially the first one. Players are nanka ubodin so the ball be ma no one show bia. That space no became say pegri badadada into omo ball into na player me ba be meet ball no wa connect akwa say 17-year-old some years aduma no mo no so. He's playing like Lionel Messi abra na obe free Barcelona no or add a lot of playmaking into the game. And I believe say with more years Barcelona has gotten a gem. Barcelona kudos to Barcelona. They did the innings this season. Okay. And Real Madrid again a disappointing here.
Me that's say, Mame enche a yes kakakram from Ghana for. Say me they can do 2 anymore. Ayadia lost in Japan.